So this is the recap for live stream 342, and today was a day that this started out very well. It actually started out pretty well. So we'll have a look at the charts, and we can see here that over on gold we had quite a bit of buying coming into the open here. So we got 6 and around about just around about 7 Eastern Standard Time, we had this rally to the upside, came into the market, had a short setup, went short, target was hit. I think I went short again. Or did I go long? I went long, took a loss right there. Went long here, took profits, saw this bull flag, thought we could see that breakout towards that 51.7. Didn't take a short trade through here. That short trade would have worked out pretty good. So didn't follow the plan completely. Thought we could see that bull flag continuation to the upside. But instead what we did see was a breakdown and the target would have been hit. So saw price decide, because I didn't take that trade, decided to take a long. Price turned around, took a loss through there. Ultimately through here as a market lost volatility through the US lunchtime. What did I take? So I was in long from all the way here, and the prices was just somewhat struggling. Notice price were coming back down, so took a small loss through there. Price came down, got a long setup right here. Managed to, it seems like I took profits there, 36.9, 35.1. Took profit right there. Price came down, went long, got stopped out, went long again, took profit right here. Why did I go short? I think I went short here. Price came down at 34.8, 34.5. Took a small winner there. Took a long, no, that was took a couple of trades through here. Not great trades. I think this might have been a long through here that didn't quite work out. And there was a stop out in here as well. As the market consolidated to the downside, missed out on a potential long here all the way up to this level. Didn't take that. Place a penny order wasn't filled. Over on ES, so pretty much a reverse of what we saw on gold. Price came in, brief rally, failed, couldn't break above the pre-market highs. So markets had a lot of selling to the downside. I was pretty cautious about taking continuation sells. Did take a short trade. Managed to take profit, went long, I think. Took a loss right there, went long. Believe I took it off there. Sorry. Over here, I went short and I took profits right there. Didn't like the price action through here, so I think I went short. Took a loss right there. Went short again. Took a loss. Went short. This should have been a take profit. Went long. Took a loss. All the way down. Took a long here. Stopped out. Took a long through here. Price went up to the default take profit. All the way up here. Wanted to see a bigger move all the way into the 655s. That's what I was looking for. Prices to reverse off this these higher lows. Reverse up to the 55. Didn't happen. Price turned around, took a stop out. Over on NQ, similar scenario. This long here, let's do it in reverse. This long, I was looking for the move up to break even on a day, about 300. Price turned around, eventually took it off for a loss. Now with the other trade, so we had a sell-off similar to ES to the downside, and what I did was I went short here, took profits, went long, didn't work out, got stopped out, went long through here, 139, exited 157. Didn't like the fact that we saw this big wick, so took it off there. Placed a penny in order to be filled again, all the way down here. So price came down, got filled. Now the target would have made me pick up just over 236, similar to over on ES. Would have picked up 236 on that move back down. Now placed a pending order, limit order on both. They were not filled. Would have picked up 121k on this one, 236k on this one. Pending order wasn't filled, to my frustration. That would have allowed, if the pending order was filled, price would have gone to target. I would have had my biggest day, I think, ever, pretty much, trading live. And it didn't work out. So placed the pending order wasn't filled, price continued away, and so I just had to watch the trade move against me. Decided to take the other trades that were against that main trade, and they did not work in my favor. So through here, so first took a short right here, didn't work, would have been stopped out. Luckily enough, I managed to get out just before it had a spike. Went short, took it off early. No, I got taken the profits right there, actually. Where is the one that took off early? There was a trade short that I took early. It was through here. This trade here. So I had a short. Prices spiked up, took it off. Then went... did I just take... I took this trade off as well. So this trade was based on a long on ES. Took the trade, immediately stopped out, and that was only through the frustration of not being filled on this trade here. This trade short, of course, we can see in hindsight would have worked out. This trade here as well went short, price turned around, took it off early, would have been a hit to the stop. Over here went long, I believe. Here's a long, and this is a problem with the strategy I used today. Went long, price turned around, got stopped, went long again, price turned around, got stopped, went long, and looking for that move all the way up to 300 for a full reversal on the day. Came below these lows, thought I could see that move to the upside. Did not happen. Instead, what we did was price turned around, and at the end of the day, I've decided to take it off. If we have a look at the account, so if we start back where the account began the day at around 5:05, around about 5:05. Through the first 3 trades in the first 15 minutes of the day, I was able to get the account all the way up to 666, because I've had 101 winner, 35, 101, 35, and 26. Had a small loser, smallish loser on gold at 25. Then I had a series of losers here, picking up losing 28 on ES, 70 on NQ. Then a series of winners, 36, 30, 53, 39, 69, 24, 75. So as we can see, the account's really starting to grow at this point, with that 75 taking us to 785, and beyond that all the way up to 861. This was a peak of the account at 861, after which went on a series of really bad trading. Lost 35, 18 is more a result of the accuracy at 67. Managed to get back a bit with 42 and 41,250. Managed to get the account up to 810, so I was only down about 51 on the day. But then went on a series of losing trades again, losing 18, 33, 34. Managed to make a small win at 27. Small break even there at 37.5, 22. Lost 9. So just trading water there. Then started losing more now. 20, 27, 16, pretty much 15, a bit of an offset. Lost a bigger amount here on NQ. Lost 105 on NQ to the downside. And that was pretty much a trade where I did not follow through. So there was a trade. This one down to 208, I think. Yep, this trade I didn't take to 208. Jumped into this trade. This trade didn't work, and I lost that's that significant 105 there. And from there, we lost 35. That was on the ES stop out. And at the end of the day here, managed to close the NQ for pretty much a break even. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at the trade performance. Over on the trade performance here, we can see today, losing day, lost 83,950, 17 winners, 21 losers, 45% accuracy. That wasn't really the concern. The concern was, of course, what happened around that. And we're seeing that the average win is bigger than the average loss, something we'd like to see. Average win being bigger than average loss across all instruments, with the exception of gold, where the average loss is bigger than the average win, by only a small amount. But we can see here, we were actually positive on NQ. On ES, of course, if we took the default take profits, we would have been positive there. And we lost 31 on gold. So despite the fact that I have had that today is a losing day, there are certainly some positives. I was able to grow the account, and the account was up 351 at the peak when we were at 861. So that was a positive, certainly. And the average winner being bigger than the average loser, that's another positive. It's just I have to think about where I've got to be I've got to be more judicious about where I take some of these trades, because after being up 861, drawing down to 420 is a huge swing in a P&L. Huge swing from the peak to where we drew down. We drew down over 50% from the peak. So that's not great, but this new strategy certainly has given me some signs of giving us some positive signs. So we'll certainly continue to use it and see how it continues to work for the rest of the week going into next week. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.